Hey guys, so today we're going to talk a little bit about Jujutsu Kaisen. That is a new anime that has come out within I think the last 4 months or so. So maybe around December or November of 2020. Anyway, I just started watching it and oh my goodness, I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. I am really shocked that it was as good as it is. I thought I didn't have any kind of idea of what it was about really. I was looking through anime to watch on Crunchyroll and I was like, what is Jujutsu Kaisen? This is after I've pretty much watched everything under the sun at this point. I've watched One Piece, I watched Fairy Tail, I've watched all of Naruto Shippuden. I've watched all of that. Only thing I haven't watched at this point is probably Bleach, and I've seen one episode of Bleach, and I haven't gotten thoroughly into it, but I was still looking for something else to watch, so I was like, you know what, I'll try Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a little bit less longer than Bleach, because as you know, Bleach has hundreds of episodes. Anyway, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and so I did. And immediately right off the bat, the first episode was absolutely insane. I was like, I had no idea where this show was gonna go. The only thing I knew about it was from the description on Crunchyroll, and it said something about somebody eating a finger, and I'm like, what the actual heck is this? And so I was like, do I want to watch this? And I was like, you know what, I'll give it a chance. So of course I'm anticipating this finger eating um moment in the show because I'm like, I know it's gonna happen. I'm just what are what is gonna lead up to that. So anyway, as I was watching the show, I was like the whole time I was watching, I'm like, oh my god, what is this character or who's gonna eat this figure? And so when we finally got down to it and everything, I was like, oh, this is where we're going. So as you know, towards the end of the episode, Itadori Yuji has to eat this finger in order to pretty much save his friends. And this giant curse is trying to get them, and so he has to eat this finger, right? And at first I was like, oh, okay, so once he eats it, I'm sure whoever this being was, he's gonna come out in Itadori and it's gonna obviously be some problems. I had no idea that Itadori was actually going to be able to control Sukuna. That was a shock to me. And then everything else from episode 1 all the way until I think I'm at episode 20, episode 20 or episode 21. I think I'm at episode 20. Everything from episode 1 to episode 20 has just been a chaotic ride. I just want to say that I absolutely love the characters in this show. The characters are amazing. Oh my goodness. And just beyond the characters, the animation is so smooth. I have never seen animation. I don't think I've ever seen animation this good in an anime, and I've watched a bunch of anime. I've never seen animation this crisp and on point. Every single episode feels movie worthy. So if you want to know if you should watch this show, just if you're a person who's really into really good animation and character design, this is definitely a show that you should watch. But not only for that, it's an extremely exciting show. I mean, they have good characters. The pacing is a bit fast, but you know what? That's good because compared to Naruto, who had so many filler episodes, oh my god. It but it made up for it with the story, of course. But Naruto just had so many fillers. Oh my goodness. But as far as story wise, it goes by pretty quickly, and I like that because every episode is a new adventure. You have no idea what's gonna happen next. So with that being said, let's look at some like characters that we have here. So we have, for one, of course, Itadori Yuji. He is a kid who started off like a regular average, like high schooler or whatever, and his grandfather ends up passing away, like in the first episode. That was very tragic. But before he died, he told his grandson basically that he wants him to save like as many people as he can for when he comes to the end of his life. He has a good life and he's surrounded by people who cares about him. Itadori took that to heart, and of course, after everything that he's done so far has coincided with what his grandfather wanted him to do. So that's what led him to eating that finger, the cursed finger, and receiving the curse of Sukuna, and going on this crazy journey to pretty much, like, it's crazy because Itadori knows where this journey is ultimately gonna lead him. Like, the premises is that since Itadori Yuji ate this finger and its curse, they they know that he's going to have to pretty much like die. Like, they want him, what the higher ups of this show, um basically the higher ups that of Satoru Gojo, basically of the school that Satoru Gojo goes to, which is another character. The higher ups wants Itadori Yuji to pretty much consume this entire curse, and then they want to kill him, basically. They gave him a choice. Like, he could either die now, or he can gather up all the cursed energy or whatever and then die. And of course, wanting to prolong his life, Itadori's just like, yeah, of course I'm gonna, like, eat these fingers and these curses, and I'm gonna continue living my life for as long as possible, and I'm gonna decide how I go out on my own terms, which is a complete boss move, by the way. But anyway, moving along. So that's a bit about Itadori Yuji. So he attends the school pretty much after Megumi Fujiguro, I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, after everything that occurred in the first episode, with Itadori having to save his two high school friends and Megumi Fujiguro showing up to help pretty much, save everyone from this curse. Then Gojo Satoru, which is the teacher of Megumi Fujiguro, he also showed up and found out that Itadori, ate this finger with the curse, and basically pretty much like held him like captive for a minute. And from there, everything has pretty much just kind of clicked. So Itadori joins the school, and there are like two more like first, like almost like I would call them like freshmen of this school. There's two more besides himself, and though like the three of them all together, you have Fushiguro, and then of course you have Itadori Yuji, and then you have Nobara Kugasaki. And those are the first year students. And then you have second year students at this school as well that go by the name of Maki Zenin, Togi Unomaki, Panda, and Yuto Okoto. I don't think I've met him yet, but I'm sure he's coming pretty soon in the show. And it also says that there's a Kinji Hakari, and I know I haven't met him yet. So, but for right now, our main focus is on pretty much Kugasaki, Fujiguro, Maki, Inomaki, and Panda. And pretty much as we go throughout this show, they, of course, you know, face some curses that are after, pretty much after. I wouldn't say they're necessarily after Itadori. I mean, they are, but they aren't. They're pretty much trying to like get they're basically trying to get Gojo at this point of the show, because a little bit about Satoru Gojo is that this man is like a goat. Like a straight up goat. Like he has like a blindfold that he just wears like like just every day, and like everywhere he goes. Like I don't know how he sees, but like he like that just should show you how crazy he is. Like, this man walks around in a blindfold all day. Like that is skills right there. But anyway, besides that, Satoru Gojo is pretty much extremely overpowered. He's like Kakashi, but like Kakashi on like 10, like at 100. Like this man is so insanely amazing. I don't even have words. Like I have not seen a character. Someone put it wonderfully. Someone said that Gojo Satoru is basically uh the main character that's all like already like won his like story in his show, and now he's just like trailing along in another anime. That's exactly how you would describe him. Like he's already like won like whatever show he came out of. I know he hasn't come out of any other show, but he won his own show, and now he's just here to like just completely be a goat. And he is amazing. Like I I don't even like the like he's like so overpowered that pretty much the villains in this show have pretty much said that, okay, yeah, there's no way we can defeat this man, and we're just gonna pretty much have to figure out a way to pretty much just like seal him and like lock him up somewhere, because defeating him is out the question. Like, when have you ever heard a villain just straight up say, oh yeah, we can't, no, there's nothing we can do about him. we're just gonna, we're just gonna seal him up and call it a day. Like, that is insane. And like, Gojo has even declared, like, in this, like, second episode, I believe, Itadori asks Gojo who would win between him and Sukuna, the biggest curse of like all time. And Gojo just simply said that he would win. And at first I didn't believe him, but after seeing all the craziness that he has put out, I completely believe it actually. Like I really that's gonna be a crazy fight. That's gonna be an insane fight if Sukuna and Gojo ever has to fight each other. Like Sukuna at full power, that's just gonna be completely insane. I don't, oh my god, I can't even think. That's gonna be insane. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, this show is just like, if you wanna watch it and you're not sure if it's gonna be something for you, like definitely watch like the first two episodes, and because those are like, I really the first episode. Like I was hooked the first episode, but the second episode was when it was like sealed for me. I'm like, okay, yeah, this show is amazing. So I would give it to like at least the second episode, and then after that, if you don't want to watch it anymore, that'll be like your own decision. But at least give it 2 episodes before you like to say no, I don't want to watch it, or I'm not interested in it. So but yeah, I mean, the characters are intriguing. The idea of the curses are intriguing. Um, Itadori's personality as a main character is just, I love him. He's just amazing. He's a very nice, strong, determined person. And like the people amongst him, I love how there's like no rivalry, at least not yet. Like Fujigoro's like completely on his side. Kugasaki, she's completely on his side. And it's just the dynamics in this show is really good. And like, there's one more person that I want to shout out, and we haven't seen much of him like at all, but I am thoroughly, completely like all intrigued with this guy. Like Togi Inumaki is just, oh my god. He doesn't even speak English. Well, you know, Japanese, English, depending on whether you're watching the dub or the, you know what I mean. He doesn't even speak like real words, just like he speaks in like food. And like the fact that he has completely won me over with just like the moments he's had in this show with him using his curse speech. He can't talk because he has curse speech. Curse speech is pretty much whatever he says is like gonna happen. So if he tells someone, I guess like for instance, if he tells someone to sit down, they'll sit down. If he tells someone to stand still, they'll automatically stand still. And like having that power is insane. So he can't like just talk like a normal person. He has to speak in like food, because if he doesn't, he's gonna like pretty much be controlling everybody just with him regularly talking. So he only talks when absolutely necessary when he's fighting. And oh my god, I completely love this character. He's only said a few things in like combat, but like I don't know, he's just really interesting. Like like whenever he fights, you're just like, oh my goodness, like what is he gonna do? Like when Toto, another third year student from another school, was trying to fight our guy Fujiguro, um, he literally put a stop to this whole situation just by saying like, I think he said like stop it, and like immediately the guy who was attacking Fujiguro, Toto immediately stopped it, and like he like just stopped. Like I was like, what kind of power is this? I was just shook. I don't know. And from then on out, I've just been really impressed. Like especially like what he did in like episode 20 against one of the big curses that came about to like cause some drama. Hanami, when he went up against Hanami, that was another amazing moment in it, and that's pretty much what sealed me liking him. How he just stood up against Hanami and just completely was like a boss. But anyway, this is just like my little review so far of like pretty much like throughout the whole like are we like halfway through the season? I don't even know. I don't know how many episodes it's in the season. But this is just kind of like a little review, a recap of like episode 1 through 20. It's not like thorough just because I kind of just wanted to focus on episode 1, but as you can see, I ventured off and started talking about other instances within the season, but hopefully I didn't spoil too much. I try not to like have it to be too spoilery, but as you watch, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about as you watch. But yeah, definitely give this anime a try. I think it's definitely worth the watch. If I have to like rate this anime so far, I'm definitely giving it like a 9 out of 10. Like, or at least maybe even a 9.5 out of 10 so far, because it's just amazing. Like, One Piece has, like, I would say, like, the best story. Um, and Naruto has some really good, like, story and graphics. But, like, this show, Jujutsu Kaisen, is just, like, it's hitting a lot of different marks right now, and I'm really impressed. I don't know how many episodes the show is gonna have, but I could easily see this show having like hundreds of episodes, just like a Bleach or a Naruto or a One Piece. Like it's just that good. I have no idea how many they're gonna have, but I hope I hope it's a lot. All right, well, thank you for listening to this. Yeah, let me know what you think of the show. Let me know what you think of your like what's your favorite moments. Give me your ideas and predictions of what's gonna happen next. And yeah, just let me know overall what you think. And yeah, thanks for watching.